All right. We've got items filled. And now... Really, goblins? Really, goblins? Goblin D's nuts. It is time to head to the Chaos Shrine. So I do like one thing, you know, Designation V, to your point about like the lore and stuff. You know, the heroes and all that, and like the time traveling and stuff like that. Well, and these bats, and I never knew this until me and Mr. Wrong played it, but these bats will actually speak with you. These were the 5 heroes that the Lufanians sent to save the world. Because there's 5 bats here. They are the sky people. Let's go! We've got to send you back to the future. Or the past. How good was that cartoon, though? Oh, yeah, he's super into the fucking time loop. He's all about it. All right. So I can only go down and to the left or right at this point in time, right? Okay, so let's go to the right. Purple worm? Is that like pink snake? Yeah, Garland was real messed up, and it was such a dope reveal to like have the first character you ever fought, like, or like the first boss you fought, to be the like big bad. You know what I mean? Where's my treasure? I want some treasure. Give me the treasure. An interesting question. Pretty much. Treasure! Listen here, Death Eye. Get fucked. What did I do? I don't want to go down there just yet. Elixir? Dry ether? Noish. Well, it makes me believe that I needed to go down the other staircase first now, though. So, let's mosey my happy ass back to the other staircase. Hey, Hero, how are you doing? It's been a while. Good to see you too, my friend. I hope you are well. Oh, so there was nothing here. Bastards. All right. Oops. Too long indeed. I keep seeing you go live. You just... Work has been shit lately, let me tell you, okay? Where? The fucker's back! Hey, yeah, yeah. Sorry, Dreamer. Okay. Back in here. See if I can see what's what. Well, hopefully you can take more advantage of your Saturday as a result of that. Yeah, exactly. I should be being productive, but instead I'm being a slacker. Because I can. Dragoon. I loves the Dragoons. Even if they're not always the greatest job. Ah, that was my knee in my desk. Even if they're not necessarily the greatest job in whatever game that they're in, the Dragoon is legit my fave. Exactly, Dreamer. Four is also probably my favorite. Although I'm having a lot of appreciation for like all of them at this point in time, you know? Like me and Mr. Wrong have been talking about expediting our series playthrough because a lot of people are doing series playthroughs that we know, and we want to play some more fucking Final Fantasy. Mashy's doing 13 too? Ew. So if we go ahead and continue, if we get back to the series playthrough and stick with the series playthrough after Chrono Cross, we'll be doing 2. And then we'll do the Pixel Remaster of 2. And then we'll do the Pixel Remaster of 3. And during the Pixel Remaster of 3, I will be doing a side quest with the 3D version of 3. And then we will be doing 4. And I will, again, be doing a side quest with the 3D version of 4. And then we will be doing the After Years. And then we will do 5. And in 5, I'm thinking about doing a side quest for to do the 4-job fiesta. And then we will be doing 6. Lots of side quests, lots of Final Fantasy. But it will depend on... And then, of course, like the other ones beyond that. But the idea of how we had it set up originally was that we were going to do... We did 1, then we were going to do Chrono Cross. Then we were going to do 2, and then we were going to do Golden Sun. We were going to go back and forth so we didn't get burnt out on the Final Fantasy stuff. But again, the problem has arisen that we really want to play some Final Fantasy games. Of all the great RPGs in the world that we do still want to play as part of the D20 duo, we just want to play some fucking Final Fantasy. Well, I didn't realize that Chrono Cross was going to be that fucking big. Golden Sun isn't going to be that big. I know that much. All right, Lich the bitch. You're gonna holy your ass. Fuck you! Casting kill on me, you diddly dick. I've also been thinking of going through them all Mostly because my experience is scattered across the board, so I've missed out on a lot. I've only played 1, 4, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And I never finished 8. Oh. Yeah, 5 and 6 are definitely worth playing. Absolutely. Let's see. Golden Sun is dope. I wish the last time I tried to play it on stream, I couldn't keep my focus on it, so I didn't finish it. So, I'm very much looking forward to our playthrough of it. So looking back at your list here, V, so you need to do 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12. Okay. You got some good ones to play through. I mean, I don't think there's... Okay, I can make the argument that there's definitely some bad games in the Final Fantasy franchise. But Final Fantasy's worst games are still better than a lot of the shit out on the... like, in the world anyways. So... What? Fire lizards! You know what? Let's just have you start using that. You're going to back to you. So, I don't agree with Final Fantasy VIII being considered the worst game. It gets a lot of hate for stupid things that they should have corralled. I'm not saying the hate's not fair, but I feel like it... Oh, there's a door here. Okay. Oops. Treasure. Okay. Eight had a lot of ambitious stuff that they didn't execute properly on, most notably the junction system. I think the junction system, in my opinion, could have been perfect. The problem with the junction system, in my opinion, is the way that it was implemented, because you had to have the spells in your inventory, quote unquote. If you could take the spells that you drew and then deposited them into that stat, the junction, and then you could still have an active inventory of spells, the junction system would have been much, much, much better. That's fair. And the story does get very convoluted and weird, and yeah. You don't have to play the card game to upgrade your gear. You can get most of the stuff by other means. And by that logic, Dio, almost... You're well. I'm glad to hear it. I figured out how to break this game. Because I have Black Mage, White Mages. Otherwise known as Jesus Strike Force Go. You right. I did forget about that tidbit of lore. You were right. I'm going to turn encounters off while I try to figure out. Ah! Ha ha ha! Fucking hell. I think I got all the treasures. Go spank Merilith again. Firaga? Ha! I laugh at your Firaga. Thank you, Toya. You're having a great day. You know what's funny about this run? Or about this side quest, as it were? Up until about a week ago, I was pretty content with just, like, letting it die. I was just going to, like, let it disappear into the background and never do anything with it again. So it's funny that, like, within the, you know, week, I went from, like, just being content with letting it die to, like, getting it completely. And we're going to finish it. Time to destroy the Kraken. Release the Kraken files. Abso-fucking-lutely we are. Reggie. Banana. 30 to 74. This is what he's been training for the whole time. Yeah. I like that. I do like that the Excalibur is a weapon that you have to do something extra with, as opposed to just finding. Like, you have to figure out how to get the Excalibur. But I also like that the Masamune is, like, just kind of hidden in here. All right. Tiamat, it's time to go down, bitch. Again. She definitely stronger this time around. Oh, you whore. Okay, it didn't poison anyone. Get cucked, bitch. All right. Thumbs up. Let's do this. Do you remember me? I was once the most renowned knight of Cornelia. 2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland. Oh, you did defeat me then, but the four great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Once here, I sent the four fiends into the future, where they shall once again use the four great forces to send me into the past. In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. But I will be reborn again here. So even as you die again and again, I shall return. Born again into this endless cycle that I have created. That was fucking rude, bro. Okay? Ooh. And the Masamune does not do good damage. Sure, go for it. Oh, you know what? They have ribbons on. Null all will not even work. Final Fantasy 1. 4 warriors of light travel through time to break a paradox and defeat chaos. Yep, accurate. Final Fantasy 2. Orphans lead the rebel resistance against the demonic empire. 3. 4 adventurers restore the balance of light and dark, introducing the job system. 4. A Dark Knight struggles for redemption while fighting kingdom, aliens, and the moon. 5. A team travels between worlds to protect the elemental crystals and seal an evil sorcerer. 6. A group of rebels fight a technologically advanced empire in a post-apocalyptic magical wasteland. 7. Eco-terrorists fight a mega corporation using the planet's life force as fuel. 8. Teenage mercenaries use magical junctions to fight a time-traveling sorceress. 9. A theater troupe / thief kidnaps a princess, leading to a war about existence. 10. A star athlete joins a pilgrimage to destroy a giant monster god using religion to control people. Accurate. 12. A political intrigue focused on resistance against aggressive, technologically superior empire. 13. Humans marked by godlike entities must defy their destiny to save a floating world. 15. A prince takes a road trip with his friends to reclaim his kingdom and his role as king. 16. A dark fantasy story of icons and a man seeking revenge for his brother. Yep. Yeah, sounds about completely accurate. You bitch. They have chaos appear in Final Fantasy 14. So I've heard there's a lot of good crossover stuff with Final Fantasy 14, so weirdly kind of all the above. Yep. You bitch. No, not 14. 14 is its own, like, whole realm, like, own realm. 12 is in Ivalice. And that's, like, an actual thing. Well, because, like, all the realms of Final Fantasy kind of exist within 14. Right? Like, that's kind of the best way to describe that. Fucking flare me, you fucking fuck. You little bitch. Oh, James is apparently out of holy mana. Alright. Woof. Okay. So we need to rebuff here. Let's go ahead and drop. James will take over the Healy. Matthew will also use Dry Ether. David can some holy holy. Who says you can't literally brute force your way through chaos? Yes, it is, Dio. It is considered the whole planet. There is nothing beyond Ivalice. No, they're not in the game, so they don't exist. It's the same how the entirety of this world is one world. So I hit him with a lot of fucking holy spell. Free elixir. Holy driver! White Mage Wonderland completed. Yeah. Oh yeah. The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended and peace prevailed once more. You want to know the quote-unquote countries you're talking about? Look at the map of Final Fantasy XII. That's the extended portion of Ivalice. Final Fantasy 1. Fuck it, let's do it again. Yeah, that's kind of it. Although this will be the last time I play Final Fantasy 1 on stream. The light of the four crystals was restored. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath. But magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world, that trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. Monsters had run rampant as the world sank into darkness, but now that is all past. With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew. A world where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself await. When was this fateful day that sent time spiraling into a loop? V, I'm happy that you were able to be here. I know this is not a normal time that you're able to be here to watch me stream, so... One Pixel Remaster White Mage Wonderland challenge complete. None can say. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever, but the bravery of the four young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will ever recall the struggle the four endured, for the breaking of the chain means that it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds lives on. Tales of dwarves and elves and dragons and shining civilization that reached the heavens even as they fell. And now their return is upon us. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended, that the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the true crystals reside in your heart. For you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. You are Jesus Strike Force Go. Breaking my keyboard over here. Ugh? What ugh? Uggin for? Too bad! It's a thing now. And because we had already rated Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, we are not going to re-rate it. But I will discuss with you the ratings that I gave alongside my playthrough of Mr. Wrong. So visuals, the Pixel Remaster hits. It's very beautifully done in my opinion. You know, the original game for what it was also fantastic in terms of the graphics that it offered on a very mediocre console. So, well, in terms of power, the NES was a great console. I had given it a 16 out of 20 on the Legendary rating scale. Atmosphere, I gave it a 14 out of 20. Audio, 19 out of 20 because the music is fucking fantastic. Gameplay. The gameplay was a little lacking to me. It's definitely better in the Pixel Remaster than the original because of the quality of life improvements. Certain things like just being able to fucking not have to worry about selecting the proper enemies. Fun factor, or gameplay, so I gave it a 12 out of 20. Fun, I gave it a 12 out of 20 as well. It is a good game to play through, but now that I have completed the White Mage Challenge, and I've played it once on the OG on stream, And then the Pixel Remaster now twice. I don't think I will ever play this game again. I shouldn't say never, but I don't think I will ever. So, overall, it got a 73 out of 100 on the Legendary rating scale. Or they were working on a controversial called the Judas Agent. Hell yes.